Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This TarotScope reading will cover May 1st to the 15th, 2025. The links to your playlist and to your other placements for a more complete reading are down below in the description box. In this video, we'll take a look at the planets that are most influencing you and the people around you, and then we'll see what messages the tarot have to give us. Ready, Taurus? Because May is all about self-awareness and emotional honesty. I'll anticipate that. Let's start to see what the first planets up are. Well, of course, Venus, the planet of love. She has finally gone out of retrograde, and here she is in full bloom, and it's the season of love, right? Spring, and love is in the air. Well, what's happening between the 1st and the 3rd of May, we're going to have Venus in conjunction with Neptune, and they will be in Aries. Okay. Translation of all of this? Okay, basically harmony. Okay, both Venus and Neptune that are in Aries will bring calmness. So we're all going to feel much more compassionate, more open, obviously. And especially when it comes to the matters of the heart, it's going to be easier to open up. Now, Venus and Neptune together will spark romance. It will spark also creative inspirations if you're working with anything artistic on the job. And it's going to help us all to see beyond reality that is inside of ourselves and inside other people. This is a really nice planetary combination for spending time with the people that you love or even planning a relaxing getaway. Okay, now, as we had been speaking about in the previous TarotScope readings, that Venus has finally got out of a retrograde and opened up the door to love. Since April 12th, when that happened, and up to now, the 3rd of May that we're looking at, all the major planets went direct, and we didn't have any retrogrades, so we had basically green lights on everything. On the 4th of May, we're going to have a little tiny retrograde, but nothing to fear. Pluto, the most distant planet, is going to be going in retrograde on the 4th until October 13th. Yes, you heard well, 6 months. But don't worry, it's not that negative. It's slow because it is so far away and it only happens once a year. Now, Pluto retrograde wants us to do something really good for ourselves. That is, get rid of anything that we have outgrown. So it's like having a closet full of stuff that we don't need because we can't fit in those clothing anymore. Well, get rid of it because you're not going to use it anymore, basically. Okay. Pluto also tells us, pause on the transformations that you've already gone through, okay? And you've got them. You've done it, and you don't need that stuff anymore, right? So why are you holding it? It makes you answer this question. Now, Pluto will be in retrograde with, in the sign of Aquarius, okay? And this is really, really good because it has a very strong healing energy, Aquarius, okay? So basically, you're going to attract really incredible opportunities and experiences as you welcome change. That is, as you release the stuff that you no longer need. Okay, like clothing that you don't fit in, metaphorically. Okay. Pluto retrograde is going to be in your 10th house, Taurus, and it wants you to reflect on your public image and ask yourself, what does success really mean to you? Then listen to what your intuition answers you. Okay, the next planet up is Mercury. On the 10th, Mercury, which is the planet of communication, is going to enter a very earthly sign, that of Taurus. Okay, so it will remain here until the 25th. So from the 10th to the 25th. Your thoughts, Taurus, because it's in your sign, okay, are going to be even more practical, more solid than ever. Your manifestations are going to be especially powerful. And the only thing that you're being asked here is to think about the whys behind your decisions in the next few weeks, because Mercury is going to favor common sense solutions. That way you make less errors. Okay. Now, when Mercury enters your sign on the 10th, you're in luck. Be expressive and let your voice be heard. Clarify your ideas. Okay. Because you will be able to find the right words, and then you'll see the magic happen. Okay, next sign up is a beautiful big full moon in Scorpio on the 12th of May. It's a supermoon. Now we're going to have a specific reading only on the moon, and here the messages will be concentrated on love, because the Scorpio is a very passionate sign. So I thought I'd put something in here and something in there as well. The full moon in Scorpio is one of the most magical and mystical of the year, okay? Because Scorpio represents transformation. And in fact, Pluto says, get rid of everything you don't need because we have to let in the new, the change, right? Scorpio, it talks about the cycles of death and rebirth. So in order to do this, in order to be reborn, we have to let go of grudges, okay? Any unresolved issue that is still inside of you, the moon says, get rid of it, please, okay? Scorpio's ruling planet is Pluto, and it's in retrograde. And because of this, if you were listening before, if you remember, this will help you to face your past worries. And it's going to do it head on, okay? And allow you to resolve them simply by surrendering, saying, okay, you know what? What's done is done. You hold up your hand, say bye, okay? The full moon in Scorpio on the 12th of May, Taurus, is going to activate your 7th house. And this is going to be highlighting themes of love, basically, of partnership and of emotional balance. So the relationship revelations, things that you can learn, are very possible. Ask yourself something. What needs to shift so that your connections can grow? Okay. Some of you, not all of you, okay, but some of you will actually conclude a relationship with the full moon. If so, if you are one of the Tauruses that does this, trust that it is for the best. I know it's going to be harsh. I know it's going to be hard, but trust that it is for the best because this new moon is doing that. It's taking away things that are not for us anymore because they have to allow space to let in something new. Okay. Now, when the moon is going to be is also opposing Uranus, which is also in your sign as well. Okay. And so what does this mean? Translation, there's going to be breakthroughs. You're going to feel really restless, but the more you can be real with yourself and how you are actually feeling, the easier it's going to be to face things. Okay. Also, the moon on that day is going to trine with Saturn and with the North Node in Pisces, okay? Translation of this trining stuff, it's great, okay? It is really, really good because if you're hesitant about letting something go, okay, this combination is going to give you the strength to do so, to get rid of that hesitation and simply say, okay, goodbye, okay? Remember that to manifest the life that you want, not just something in your life, but the entire life that you really, really want, you have to let go of whatever is weighing you down in order to attract something better. And you've got to have that space to let it in, because if you don't, when it comes around and the room is full, it's not going to come in. It's going to just keep going and you're going to miss out on it. So this trining Saturn Pisces in the North Node here, this is really good and it's going to favor it. Okay, Taurus, let's take a look now at what the cards have to say, what message Spirit has. It's already giving me a card there. For you to live a very happy life. Put down the load. Yeah. Tauruses, you guys are working so hard all the time, right? Oh gosh, okay, you're gonna be burning up if you don't. This is like putting too much weight and too much responsibility on your shoulder. You guys are like workaholics. You're great. You're like the best sign to hire for a job, okay? Because you really are so strong and you're also very creative, okay? But you're shouldering too much, okay? And I had asked Spirit, what message do you have for our Taurus to live a better and happier life? Start learning how to delegate because you're not doing it. You're taking it all on yourself and you can't do that. Okay, you definitely don't want to go through a breakdown or something. Yeah. Tauruses, you guys are great, but you work too much. Okay. Yeah, I just heard someone say, well, who else is going to do it? Don't worry, Taurus. If you don't do something one day, believe me, someone else will pick it up day 2 or 3. You have to learn how to delegate. Okay, there we go. 8 of water. Yeah, the 8 of cups. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Hold on. You're afraid of changing. You're saying, no, that's not going to work. I know they're not going to do it. I know I'm going to have to do it. And then it's going to be accumulated. Right? Yeah. You're afraid of that change because you don't think that you're going to be able to delegate it or others are going to be able to do it. And you're feeling really, really responsible for this. Okay. And we also have the Queen of Air in the reverse here. Yeah. You don't believe, you're pessimistic about it, about unloading that, because instead, you want to come out? Go ahead. There you go. You don't think it's going to work, and you're shouldering the whole responsibility on you. It's really heavy. Let's see. See what's waiting for you? The Sun, because you can do it. Spirit is saying you can do it. You're afraid of it if you're thinking, no, it's not going to work. But Spirit is saying, yes, it can. This is a great card. Okay. This is happiness and confidence, etc. You can. This is the Truth card. The truth is that you can do it. Okay. This is time for change. This is time for introspection. Okay. I had said at the beginning, May for you is all about self-awareness and emotional honesty. You have to be true to yourself. You have to actually go in and say, okay, do I really have to go on overload all the time and do all the work and do everything, etc. myself? No. In fact, we had started saying here right at the beginning, you're on overload. You're not delegating, and you should. Okay? And when you realize this, when you're able to let go of certain things, this is what will happen. Okay? You're going to be, well, you won't be running on a horse in a field of sunflowers. I hope you do. I hope you're able to. But that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel happy because you're going to realize that you can delegate. The world won't fall. It won't crumble. Someone will pick it up, and someone else will pick up their own responsibilities as well. You guys have a golden heart. Too big. Three of Earth. Yeah, you have lack of teamwork. Thank you. You're not being helped by other people. That's why you're doing it all by yourself. Thank you, Spirit. I just heard, let Taurus put down the load, and the team members will be picking it up because they're going to not have any other choice. You just can't give in because this is your card. This is what Spirit's showing you. Okay. And yes, this is your answer coming through. Like, they're not going to do it. They're not helping me. I don't have the teamwork. Try putting it down. Try putting that load down and saying, I'm tired. Because when a bull gets tired, the Taurus, and sits, there is no way of moving them. Right? You know that. Okay. So when a Taurus gets tired and says, that's it, believe me, everyone else around you is going to say, oh, we better give her a hand now. Okay. And start doing the dishes and start cleaning and whatever it is. Yeah. Moments of realization will hit. Let's see. What else to help our Tauruses live better and happier? Because this is change for them. What happened, Spirit? Blank? Okay, too much. Thank you. Every once in a while I insist and it comes out too much. Oh, okay, that I like. Okay, let's take a look. The Hierophant. Okay, and the upside down position. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a rebellious reaction, which is only normal because when a Taurus is used to doing everything and everyone depends on that Taurus, and then they say, nope, no teamwork, no dice, no party, no nothing. Okay. People might get a little bit upset around you. Okay, Taurus, I'm hearing that's their problem. Okay, because you should not be shouldering everything. It's not healthy. This I like. This is what happens. Taurus gets respected. 2 of Cups. Okay. What's going to happen? When you say no and you're going to put your foot down. Okay. You're going to get mutual respect. This is the card. 2 of Water is the card of mutual respect. Okay. Partnership, unity. Okay. And this is what happens when you show people how you should be treated. Basically. Okay. And see how it's connecting to the Sun card? Because Spirit was saying before, you can be happy. Okay. And take a look at that. There you are. And they're connected. Last 2 cards. We have got the Strength ooh, we have the Strength and the Empress in reverse. Okay. Strength in reverse. Weakness, right? This one was easy. Okay. You still have a little bit of self-doubt. You're going to do this and you're going to do this. You're still going to have this reaction. Inside of you, you have a little bit of self-doubt that it's going to last. Like you're going to think, okay, this is going to happen a little bit. They're going to keep me, they're going to be sweet for a couple of weeks or whatever, whoever it is. And then it's not going to last. You're going to have that little doubt. And then we have the Empress, which is also in the reverse. Again, insecurity. Okay. You're not sure about this. You're not sure it's going to last. And I'm hearing Spirit say, just do it. Do it anyways. Because first of all, the most important thing to change, to get change done and have it become concrete, is to take the first step and do it. Okay. Whether it lasts or not, don't worry about that, because the only way that it can last is if you do take the first step towards it. And as you know, the first step is always the hardest one. After which, the second step could be a little bit difficult, but you take a look and you say, well, I did the first one and that was really hard. This one, well, I'm doing it after having already done the first step, so it's like the same thing. And the first one went well, so let's take another one. And then another, and then another. So this is simply because you've been carrying the load for too long and you're not really sure. But these two cards, remember these two cards, because you're going to get that mutual respect when you stand up for yourself. Okay? And the only way that this is going to continue is if you keep going. Do not have the self-doubt. When it comes through, it's not temporary. What you manifest, you create. Remember that. And this is you manifesting. This is you actually acting and getting it. Okay, Taurus? I know you're strong. Be the bull. Put your foot down and then keep your foot down, because the happiness, you deserve it and you will get the mutual respect. Wow, this is really, really nice. Okay, Taurus, congratulations and the best of luck to you. Thank you for being with me, for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now from Angel.